I'm not sure. I haven't even thought of it. I mean, it'd be obvious there were 5 guys, but I ain't even thought of it.
Well, how long do you think you will be playing the starters? Is it just touch and go?
Yeah, I haven't done the minute sheet yet, but we talked about anywhere from 15 to 20 at the most, probably. Probably right around 15 to 17, maybe.
What are you hoping to see from the guys that are fighting to make some of those last spots?
I hope that they try to play the way we want to play this year and play fast, play physical, and play together. And, play in the right way.
Do you think these guys are looking forward to finally hitting someone else?
Yeah. You have so many practices and going up against each other, and that excitement wears off. And so now to be in somebody else's gym and/or going against another opponent is welcome.
What do you remember about basketball in Vancouver?
Great city. I was a little disappointed. I've been disappointed in the NBA twice in my time, in my 30 plus years, and one was when they took Vancouver away, the other was when they took Seattle away.
So remember crowds up there and good environment?
The city is just vibrant. People are nice. Great restaurants. I don't remember too much about the crowds, right? But the city was nice.
You talked about what you wanted to see from the guys who are battling, trying to, earn minutes. Overall, what do you want to see from the team in addition to physicality, defense, and all that? What are you looking forward to?
No, I mean, it's the same thing, and not just with the guys trying to make our team, but with everybody else. We want to be who we are, and we want to start that off right now. And in order to do that, it has to happen from top to bottom. It can't just be our main guys. It can't just be guys that have been here last year. And, just can't be the new guys. We all have a way that we want to play. It's really straightforward and pretty simple. And that's we want to play fast, we want to play physical, we want to play the right way. We want to play together. And that goes across the board.
I know in your assistant days, you used to give grades to your players. Just curious, obviously they're hearing you on the whole physicality part because that's pretty much what they bring up when we talk to them. But how would you grade, their physicality and what you're trying to instill in them?
Well, so we give them grades defensively. There's 6 actions that we have that we track analytically to give them a grade, and that will determine where they sit with the rest of the league. If they're big, if they're a guard, or if they're a wing. And right now defensively, we're just okay. We still don't play as physical as I'd like to. And we're still learning what our responsibilities are. So we're reacting while thinking a little bit, which is slowing us down. So hopefully that can, and it's early, but hopefully that can continue to progress upwards so that come the start of the season we're there.
So you're about a C grade then?
What's that?
I said you're about a C grade then, maybe.
Yeah, we're probably we're not where we want to be, so not at all. So there's a lot of room for us to grow as a team defensively.
Mike, what's the number?
Conditioning standpoint through the first week, is that kind of part of play into it as well?
Yeah, we're getting there, but I thought the guys did a decent job of coming into camp in shape. But we're getting there, and then the tough part about it is, I said this before, everybody wants to play fast. And, I'm not a guy that's going to say, okay, hey, it's okay if we play fast most of the time. No, we got to play fast all the time. And you guys know that it's a lot harder to do that than it is to say it.
Mike, how many guys would you say you traditionally like to have in your rotation, and what's a reasonable expectation for this group?
During the regular season?
Yeah.
During the regular season, if there's a way to play 9.5, that would be great, and sometimes 10. It's one of the things that Steve used to do that I liked a lot was, not all the time, but every once in a while, he may call on the 13th guy, just to throw him out there, and what that does is keeps everybody engaged. And so anytime that you can play a number of guys, especially the guys that are at the end of the bench, if you give them opportunity every once in a while, A, you'll be able to see how they respond when their number's called, especially unexpectedly. And then B, you're going to give them a little bit of confidence, or at least you're going to keep them engaged, because they have to be ready, because they don't want to mess up when they're out there, because they may not be out there long, or they may have to sit another 3 games before they get another opportunity.
Do you think
Coach
that
Brown,
9 or
what's
10
your
range
thoughts
is
about
right
it?
for this group, or is this different in some way?
I think so, but I think so. You know, we'll see as we get into it.
Coach Brown, what's your thoughts about Jalen Slauson? I don't know if he's going to be a 13 man, but from my observation and watching that scrimmage, he has a touch of a two-way player. He tried to put it up offensively and pretty decent on the defensive end.
No, he is a two-way player. It doesn't mean that he's gonna be in the G League. You know, he's young. He's starting to understand a little bit of what it means to play hard. There's some things that he's got to figure out offensively too. What's a good shot? What's not a good shot? But he's got a chance, I think, down the road to be a decent player in this league. You know, he's got the size, he's got pretty good athleticism. I think he's hungry. Well, we'll see. But he's still got a ways to go.
I know last year, because he's from basically a football school in Furman and stuff. So basically off the radar. You think he was been working hard enough, to prepare himself to be in this type of league?
Yeah, eventually. Like he just needs to keep concentrating on learning and growing the right way. And if he does, he's going to put himself in position to get an opportunity. But is he in our top 10 right now? Top 12, top 30? No.
Last year, coming into training camp, the goal was to make the playoffs. Now you're starting to talk about competing for a championship. Do you feel like adding, or is it pressure to say, you want to win a championship so early in the year, and is that pressure good for your team?
Well, first of all, last year we were competing for a championship, but the people always ask me about the playoffs, and what I said was, we're a playoff team. Now, what's going to happen to us in the playoffs, I don't know, because I didn't really know my team that well. So it was a given that we were going to be in the playoffs, and in my opinion, if you're going to be in the playoffs, you compete for a championship. I was just a lot of times addressing that. Now people understand that we're a playoff team. Okay. Now we're in the playoffs. We had a little experience. Now I expect us to get further than what we did last year. I expect us to be able to have an opportunity to compete for a championship, and I think it's a privilege to have pressure on you. Because if you got pressure on you, then that means you're doing something right. And everybody out there, their expectations, or the people that are Kings fans, their expectations basically are our reality. We expect to compete for a championship. We expect to have pressure this year, and we want to embrace it, because again, if you have that in your life, then that means you're doing something right. So it's a privilege to be able to have that.
You guys got 3 traditional point guards, if you count two-way Jordan Ford. How do you feel about your depth at that position?
I like it. Jordan has shown the ability to be a third guard in this league. He had a great G League season for us last year, and he had a great summer league for us. But the neat part about it is we have 2 young guys in Kobe and Keon that I'm gonna give an opportunity to as well to possibly play that third guard position. They both can. If you think about our offense, we don't have a guy that needs to traditionally come down and be the main pick and roll player or break the defense down to get guys easy shots. We rely on our spacing, our pace, our ball movement, our ability to attack and respace to get great looks. We just need somebody that's conscious enough to, when nobody's there, to go back and get the ball and bring it with pace. And I think both those guys may have an opportunity to do that sooner than later.
I know last year there was maybe a couple spots in the starting rotation up for grabs. This season, do you still have that competition, or do you pretty much have a good idea of where you want to go with that?
Yeah, we have a pretty good idea where we want to go with it. We have our, the group that finished the season last season. We're going to give them another opportunity or first crack at it. But at the end of the day, if somebody steps up and separates themselves from the rest of the pack, and it's my job to make those hard decisions. And but right now, everybody has an opportunity to embrace their role and take it to another level, especially our starting 5 group. So we'll see as the year goes on.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Coach.
Paul.